Lori Lopez, and I'm currently an ESL teacher for 7th through 12th grade at the School of Science and Technology in middle school and high school in Corpus Christi, Texas. Initially, I think I remember that I had a cousin that was also going through the workforce solutions for different, maybe a different service, but I think she's the first one that kind of told me about it. At the time, I was going back to school as a divorced single mom, trying to work and make ends meet, and the childcare is what was a game changer for me. And that's what I that's what I needed, was the childcare assistance. If it hadn't been for the Workforce Solutions having that program for me, I wouldn't have been able to get my degree. My son at the time was 1, and he had just turned of age. It took a little while, for us to get into the program, but it was really hard, and it was always really hard. But when we did get into the program, and I was able to get the childcare and have him at an amazing daycare facility, who they became like family. I would never have been able to afford the childcare. And that need was more than met. We became very close with those childcare people. So I wouldn't have been able to do that by myself. It was amazing. I can't say enough about the people who I worked with. I would have a case manager that I would go see regularly, and every now and then it would change. But it's been so long, I can't remember the person's name or anything like that, but I know that every time I went there, they went out of their way to help me with any questions that I have, because it's intimidating sometimes when, being a single mom, trying to go back to school full time. And, I had 3 kids, just my son qualified. The older were in regular school, but any help from anyone made such a tremendous difference. So all the help that they gave me there at the Workforce Solutions, filling out paperwork or things that I didn't have completed correctly, they would help me make sure that I understood how to do it. And they never just said, sorry, we can't help you. They would always say, well, let me see how we can help you. They were always so ready to help me. And it made such a big difference to go somewhere where someone was so willing to help you, and for nothing in return. They were just kind and always went out of their way to do what they could, and it made such a big difference. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing and working in different ways that I've worked with kids without students in the classroom and with families. And now is what I'm doing with the ESL program, is also being like the liaison for my school for the families that don't speak English. I wouldn't be able to do any of that if it hadn't been for all the great things that they did for me at the Workforce Solutions and the childcare program. I would absolutely recommend the services to others. And I wish I came across more people that needed it. Now that I work with middle school and high school, I haven't had the opportunity to share that, but I'm glad that you were asking me in this whole interview, because I would absolutely recommend it to anyone, and anybody that feels like, going back to school is going to be impossible. And, we care so much about our kids, and we want to make sure they're taken care of, and knowing that there was a way that I could have my son taken the best care of as possible and be able to, even though I couldn't afford it, this program helped me. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone who was in need of this service.